I'm a procrastinator.
Well, 25%. Let's make that 45%. Today, what we're going to talk about is procrastination. If you are a procrastinator, this will be good for you. I went through the same thing. And when I'm procrastinating, I always think that maybe I'm just lazy. But then, whenever I have to do a project or a task for someone else, I don't procrastinate. And I always wonder why. Could it be that I'm a people pleaser? In this video, I'm going to give you some steps to help you stop procrastinating just a little bit. First, let's realize what procrastination is and what causes it. So the thing that causes procrastination, which is not doing what you're supposed to do at that time, is basically the root of it is fear. Fear makes us procrastinate. What we would like to do is we would like to find another task to do that will give us a dopamine kick. Sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. It could work because what you'll be doing is you'll be building and fortifying the belief and ability that you're able to accomplish the task. But sometimes what it does is it makes you go down a rabbit hole and then you would never get to the task that you're really supposed to accomplish. An example for me. On a daily, I'm supposed to make 20 calls to different companies. What I would do is I would think of cleaning. I'll say, you know what? Let me clean up so when I'm making these calls, everything is lined up and straightened up. But what happens is I'll wind up cleaning the room, cleaning the floor, cleaning the dishes, cleaning the whole kitchen, and before you know it, it's 5 o'clock. And I haven't made not one call yet. But when I worked at my last corporate job, I would get to work, I would make my calls at 10 o'clock. Meanwhile, I arrived at 9, and I'll make my calls from 10 to 3, non-stop. And this is because if it's a task that's going to help my company, which is my job in the matter of working for this company, I'll be more inclined to do it. But if it's more a personal thing for me, I'm inclined to procrastinate. It could be, since I'm thinking about it now, what if it's because I had a big name backing me up? But now, as an entrepreneur, I only have my name backing me up, and no one knows my name. And this creates fear in my brain. So now let's get to some steps on how to stop procrastinating just a little bit. One thing that's been helping me out tremendously is actually coming outside. It may seem like it could be a distraction, or it may seem like it may be procrastinating, but just coming outside gives me this energy as seeing everything around me and people doing things that it makes me, whenever I get in the house, I get to work. It shows me that I'm not the only one living, and there's people spending money and helping other people. Another thing that helps me out a lot is knowing myself. Me, at every job that I had, since I was working with other people, and I know that I don't like to let people down, I always took initiative and thought about how would I be able to help my teammates to be more productive. When you're working by yourself, it's really hard to think, okay, what could make me work better? Because I have to do it, right? Where if it's someone else, you're looking from the outside, you see things that could make them more efficient. So one thing that I'm going to be implementing is I'm going to be working with other people a lot. And I guess it'll be my accountability partner. And that goes into the next thing. Automate your systems. For me, what I like to do is I like to create an app or a system in which it helps me be more organized and more productive. I'll give you an example. In doing research on what was procrastination, I will go to AI and I will ask AI a lot of questions to get a big insight on it. And then what I did was I made it give me a spreadsheet that I had to read over as well as let it read for me. One thing that I learned is I like to listen and read at the same time. It gives me a better understanding because it's not just coming from my brain, but I can hear me saying it. I'm going to give you an example of what my future videos may be about. Currently, I'm reading a book called Start With Why. And I listen to the audiobook while I'm reading the book. That is my system. It helps me out a lot. The next thing is, don't just listen, but live it out. Find the things that make you procrastinate. Find that fear. Find out why it's your fear. Find out what you do to procrastinate and turn what you do to procrastinate into a game. Make that your reward. If you do what you have to do, then you'll be able to do the things that make you procrastinate. I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but for me, it's playing Dragon Ball Z Genshin Squadron. So what I do is, when I'm supposed to do something, I will go and I will start looking at the video of that game. Or I start playing it. So what I'm going to start doing is, I'm going to play the game and I'm going to do these talks over it. And I'm going to put that in a playlist for people that actually like watching games and then listen to people as well. That is how I will systemize me still doing content on the days that I may not feel like coming outside. What I want to do is I want to create a community with this YouTube channel that we can hold each other accountable. So what I'm going to do is, in the future, I'm going to create an app that we can all just come to and we can all hold each other accountable. And I may add a game element to it. Once again, this is Automate to Elevate with Justin. Thanks for tuning into this. I hope that you like this content and like what I'm saying. Check out this video as well.